Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Ellen Barrett, for Jessa Jeremiah, and we have a great show ahead for you today. We're kicking it off with our news partner, James Kademan, with Draw In Customers Business Coaching. He's the business coach to the stars.
That's right.
I love it. Great to have you here. Good to see you again.
Good seeing you. Thanks for
being
having me.
Here. I'm really excited to have you today because we were talking a little bit about this new service that you're offering. It's called the YGT Mindshift service. And this is something really cool, kind of different. So I want you to explain a little bit what that is.
Sure. So YGT, first so you know, is for You Got This, right?
Love it.
So You Got This, yay. And what I found from coaching a lot of clients is there's three things that they typically need in regards to coaching.
Sure.
One is actually what to do, the actions to take. Two is the drive or the motivation to do it. And three is accountability. So what was happening was people would understand, they know exactly what to do, they're just not doing it. So they'd meet with me and they'd say, you know what, I know the steps to take, I'm just not doing it. So it seemed to be more of a motivation factor. And after we would meet, they'd be cool for a day or two or maybe a few hours, but they just needed something more to continually kick them without having to necessarily meet with me.
That's
so this is something to just keep plugging at them. Yep.
So really, motivation is a problem, you would say, with business owners?
Yeah, I would say there comes a time where people assume in their head when they first start their business that running their business is easy.
Yeah.
Even if they're doing something that they're really good at, they just have this thing like, hey, no problem, I can paint or plumb or whatever.
Exactly.
But eventually it just, I don't know, the day-to-day stuff gets kind of tiring and drags on them. And if they don't have that motivation or drive, they wear out. And it's almost, I don't want to say depressed, but it kind of could be, right?
Right. Well, I'm sure that's true for a lot of people because when you start a business, like you said, it's because you're passionate about something. But there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that
incredible amount.
Maybe you didn't consider you would have to be doing.
Yeah.
That maybe isn't the fun stuff, but it's the stuff you got to do.
Right, very
to
common.
Get stuff done.
Very common.
So what would you say is the goal, I guess, with this new service?
So the goal is that the actions that people know that they should take actually get taken, that they actually do something.
Right.
So there should be pretty quantifiable, tangible results that you can see from this, and the motivation, the inspiration, the helping give them the drive to actually do this stuff.
I love that.
You can actually see it get done.
I think a lot of people are probably going to be watching this and say, can I have this if you're
Sure.
not even a business owner?
Sure.
Like, I think we all could
Probably,
use this.
you know, it's interesting you mentioned that, because that's in the back of the mind, figuring out a way to incorporate that. It's geared towards business owners, but it's not to say, I mean, realistically, especially this time of year, motivation's kind of a thing, right? We got resolutions that we got to work out.
Right, exactly.
So,
and I think they say most people don't make it through January with their New Year's resolutions.
I always joke that I should start a health club that should only be open January and February, and the rest of it, just pay your monthly fee.
There you go, exactly. So I want to know how this works. This sounds so cool, obviously very beneficial for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, we have a couple different packages. The main package starts out where you meet with me at least once or twice so I can figure out what it is that you're aiming for, like what are you trying to get done, and then from there we can customize the messages that we send. Typically they're sent through text and email.
Love that.
And we send them at random times to kind of keep you on your toes, knowing that there's going to be sometimes there's questions, sometimes there's just statements, sometimes it's just a little blurb, and sometimes it's a bigger email, stuff like that. So it kind of keeps you rolling.
Could you give me an example of like what one of those would look like?
Sure. So if you had met with me and you told me that you were going to do, let's just say you're going to start blogging or something like that. Everybody knows they should blog.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
Right.
So, I mean, content is a big deal on a website. So one of the things we'll recommend is to start blogging on some type of a scheduled basis, right? Once a week, once a month, whatever. And so we can just send a question that simply says, did you blog today? And just being aware of it, like, oh, did I blog today? Or what can I blog about? Or, you know, you can just send little things that push on something that we know that you're working on, or should be working on, probably.
I love that they're specific to your individual goals, because I think sometimes, there's other services that do that, but they're more of a generic statement that go up to everybody. So having that personalized, I think, is a really nice touch.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you think, I need this in my life, how can they sign up for the YGT You Got This Mindshift service?
The easiest way is to just call us.
Okay.
At 608-210-2221. I should know my phone number.
It's on the screen.
It's early. Or just shoot me an email, and we can get you set up with a meeting, and then we can go from there.
I love it. This is such a cool service. Again, the YGT Mindshift service. Give James a call with Draw In Customers Business Coaching. Go to his website. I love that you just keep it real.
Yeah,
this is
fun.
Such a great, just a great service. You're going to want to take advantage of it. Thanks for being with me.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right after the break.